We picked up this 2018 Polaris RMK 800 as our first turbo. I've had a lot of snowmobiles. I've never had a turbo. This one has the Boondocker Sidekick on it, so it's an aftermarket add-on. And I must say, it's a good time. It's a hoot. However, from day one, this snowmobile didn't quite run right. The snowmobile ran fine in the parking lot and seemed to be okay actually on the first time that we took it out, but there was something that just really wasn't quite right about it. It won't hold high RPM. Running at wide open throttle results in a fairly heavy surge. And it's clear that the power just isn't quite what it should be. We're not getting the RPMs that they should be, not to mention it's a little unpredictable at the high end. Because this is my first turbo, I'm really not familiar with the mechanics or the tuning or the controls around this Boondocker Sidekick. I figured, since I've got a few other sleds of the same variety, that it must have been something to do with the turbo. I exhausted that though and decided that I needed to start looking at the engine. After checking a few basics like spark plugs, I moved on to the exhaust valves. And when I pulled the exhaust valves out of the front of the engine, this is what I saw. The tie bar that connects the actuator cable to the exhaust valves was broken. As a result, only one of the exhaust valves was opening. Unfortunately, the replacement part was not available anywhere. Every place I looked, it was back ordered, and not just by a few weeks, we're talking months. So I had to get a little bit creative. I went onto the online CAD program and built my own version of this tie bar. Then I put that in the 3D printer and built a prototype. I actually assembled it with the prototype to make sure that everything was going to work. And once I had it confirmed, I talked to a buddy who just so happens to have an aluminum fabrication business, gave him the design and had him cut it out of some aluminum stock for me. Within a couple of days, I had a custom fabricated part, and it did not take long to get it installed. Now, forgive me, the maneuver you're about to see is probably a candidate for the Darwinian Award. I'm holding the phone, the camera, in my left hand and running the throttle with my right hand. When the engine wasn't all that punchy, that wasn't a problem. In this case, it kind of was. And there was a moment where I wondered if I might just lose the thing. It pulls, and it pulls hard now, and it's running great. Love this machine. We kind of fight over it a little bit. It pushes 8,200 RPM without any problem. My only beef with it is that it has this side tunnel exhaust that's supposed to be more free-flowing, and it burns my boot. The toe of my boot suffers now as a result from this thing, and I can't quite figure out what to do about that. I've wrapped it with some heat tape, and I'm thinking about building maybe an aluminum shield or some kind of a sheet metal shield over the top of the exhaust exit. If you got any ideas on how to deal with that situation, I would very much appreciate it. Great sled. Caleb and I are out for the first day of the season. It is a beautiful winter day. And the snow is actually incredible. Like, there's no base, so that kind of sucks, and you got to be careful or you're digging up rocks and dirt and tree stumps. But the condition is like crazy good. It's completely fluffy to the point where all you got to do is think about banking and the sled leans in the powder. The sleds are running great. The exhaust valve is working fantastic. It winds up the way I would expect it to and about yanks your arms out of your shoulders. Caleb still likes his Skidoo over here. That's a torquey little monster right there. What would you like to say to your fans today?
I have fans?
Woo! Like 3. Your mom, me, and Callie.
Dude, follow me, there's a whole other meadow over there.
Really?
Yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get everyone else up here, bro.
Yeah. Yo, there's the jump. I get a rock or something, a log.